Greetings, Divine Nation. I am Minerva, your Aquariana Gateway Guide. Thank you for joining me today for lesson number 7. If you are new to this channel and work and you are here for the Aquariana Gateway Lessons, please see the channel playlist entitled About the Aquariana Gateway Lessons for more information. Or go to the website metaphysicsLessons.com. Then start with Course 1, Lesson 1, as this program is designed to be taken in order. Now let's get started. Today's lesson is entitled The Way of the Silence Expanded. If you've been doing your homework and reviewing the lessons during the week, you have likely found by now that by practicing going into the silence, it is easier and easier to get into the silence. It might take you some time to get the silence deeply embedded in your consciousness, but it actually only takes minutes to put it in operation once you commit to memory the procedure you can follow as described earlier in lesson number 3. The way of the silence, as it is called, is all important to the sincere and loyal student of the positive light. It is of the utmost importance and a necessity to the executive and to every man, woman, or child, no matter where they stand in the cosmic plan of things. Among the students who follow these classes, I tend to find two types of people, both traveling the path of self-development, but each placing a different interpretation upon it. One type is traveling the way of the intellect, where everything must be judged by reason through the conscious mind. The other type is traveling the way of the heart, or of the mystic, where everything is judged from the heart or through the emotions. Both types are seeking, and both may have trouble in finding the way. The type traveling by way of the intellect may not realize the importance of the silence and may not be much interested in what we've said regarding it. He or she may not see where it is necessary to go through all that trouble when, to him or her, it's just a case of reasoning it out. Through this reasoning, he's using the same law of creating, but the head is not connected with the heart, and he or she is liable to make many mistakes in creating through the reasoning of the conscious mind because it doesn't always know the truth. You can create many things from the reasoning of the conscious mind that turn sour after you get them. If you travel the way of the intellect, please know that sometime, somewhere, you must connect the head with the heart and do your creating from the silence where head and heart work together to bring forth good outcomes. To those of you who are traveling by the way of the heart or the way of the mystic, let us say that your trouble comes from allowing the heart and emotions to rule over the head. Your creations may be impractical, or there might not be enough mental concentration to bring your ideas any further than just daydreams. If you're traveling the way of the heart, please know that your trouble can lie in your inability to connect head with heart. The power of the mind must be used in your creating, and the mental laws must be obeyed if you're to bring your dreams into reality. It's been shown how positive and negative vibrations work from the inner planes of consciousness through man and nature in lesson number 6. What remains to be shown are the effects of the balance and unbalance of vibrations. I'm going to give you a partial list of positive and negative vibrations and how they affect us in our everyday life. To this list, you'll add whatever you find that is negative in your life, no matter how small it might be. Study all of these vibrations and their effects with the idea in mind of checking off all negative vibrations from your list only after you have requalified and transmuted all the negative energy to the energy of the positive light. Your own real self and higher mind will requalify and redeem all of the negative to the positive as you take them into the silence one by one and learn to know the truth about them. You only need to ask your higher self while in the silence to requalify and transmute all the negative vibrations into positive, and to reveal to you what caused the original negative vibration to establish itself and what the positive counterpart is. Don't check anything off your list until you're sure that you have requalified its energy and transmuted it to the positive light vibration. Don't be lazy, don't cheat, don't kid yourself. You cannot get away with anything because your own real self knows. It might take you a month, a year or more to transmute some of your negative vibrations that you, like all the rest of us, through our ignorance of the universal laws, have built into our consciousness. Some of these negative vibrations have been built into our consciousness to such an extent that they have attracted astral forms from the astral planes of consciousness to our astral body. These forms are of the same substance and kind as the negative thoughts that attracted them. These astral forms attach themselves through negative vibration to our astral body and speak, impress, and influence us through the negative vibrations of the subconscious mind. This is where a lot of self-sabotage comes from. In some cases, the negative voice has been listened to for so long in some particular subject that it becomes an obsession, and from there it goes into insanity in a great many cases, unless it is broken by someone who knows how. We learn a great deal more about astral forms in the more advanced lessons to come much farther down the road in the later gates of the Aquariana Gateway Lessons. All right, here is a starter list. Sex crimes and crimes of all kinds, underworld activities, suicides, diseases of all kinds, our dysfunctional hospital systems, and our prisons for profit are all traceable directly to unbalance of positive and negative vibrations. This is an obvious list of dramatic examples, but it is offered to get you started on your own dramatic and obvious negative behaviors, as well as your less dramatic and less obvious negative thinking, speaking, feeling, and acting that you exhibit overtly or covertly in your life. You'll be impressed by how long your list is if you take this exercise seriously and work with it over time, off and on. It is my hope that as you become more consciously aware of the negativity in yourself, you will also become more aware of the negativity all around you. Can you see where we stand with the world as it is today? Don't you think it's about time we're doing something about it? Our doctors, psychiatrists, and government officials are only in a small way combating these conditions because they're working mostly with effects, and in most cases the condition has gone beyond correction unless that correction can be given through the light. It appears from where we stand that the quicker we get back to causes, the sooner this world will get itself on a balance in the positive light of its own rays. This can be accomplished only through educating individuals to understand what imbalance of vibration can do to them and teach them what to do about it. That's why these lessons are so important, and I do hope that you're sharing them with everyone that you feel could benefit from them. The world is in a very bad condition today due to this growing unbalance, and it is expected to become much worse unless the cause can be checked. I, who have had the effects of negative vibrations to contend with for years, have had an opportunity to observe closely how the effects of this energy in a life can undermine it. I'm now pleading with you in the name of the Masters of Light to join in this great community of spiritual adepts who understand how the light works, who are now being recruited by the forces of light from the inner planes of consciousness, that you'll take this training and with it, first of all, help yourself and help those who are close to you, then help all others wherever you find them who are trying to make the turn to the light. And there are many of them today. I suggest a great deal of open discussion when opportunity presents itself. Make your plans and carry them out. Let us all be good little foot soldiers and stand shoulder to shoulder in this, the greatest of all conflicts, greater than any war fought with material weapons. Now, what I'm about to say to you will sound like a contradiction, but it must be understood that we have no fight with negative vibrations, no matter where or how we find them. You're to understand that negative vibrations are necessary to the perfect functioning of the positive. It's only when the negative gets out of balance with the positive that we have trouble. Therefore, the solution to any unbalance is simple. Through wisdom and understanding, we learn to qualify and transmute the negative energy into the positive. Don't resist or fight the negative, just use your head and heart and the positive light force to balance the negative vibrations. In the next lesson, we'll explain about the Masters of Light. And with that, we end this lesson. Thank you for joining me today, and check back next week for Lesson 8. And remember to view this material throughout the coming week. It is important to review the information, to impress it upon your subconscious mind, and to deeply learn it. Come back every week for new lessons in metaphysics and related studies. Go to metaphysicsLessons.com to make a donation, please, so we can build the Metaphysics Today YouTube channel and fund the GAP, the Gateway Aquariana Project. You can find out more about all of this at the website metaphysicsLessons.com. If you would like a private consultation or reading with me, please visit the metaphysicsLessons.com website, click on the Divination Studio menu link, and select your interest from the drop-down menu. Just follow the directions from there. And please, if you have not already done so, like this video, share it with others whom you feel could benefit from it. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so, and set your bell alert so you don't miss any non-scheduled uploads. Blessings be upon you for your interest and attention. Wishing you love, light, peace, and prosperity. Minerva.